We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Hello friends, we are starting our continuous session, chapter number 5, Grounding and Bonding from Power Quality and Management subject from C. Sankaran book. This is a soft copy of C. Sankaran book. So now we learn today the difference between single point and multi-point grounding. So further now we are see different type of grounding and bonding schemes. So the main thing is the multi-point grounding and the single point grounding. This multi-point we can say that each piece of equipment is connected to the any one particular grounded system, and signal point and single point method means it is particular connected to a one common base. How this is happen, we just see from with the help of the figure. First we see the multi-point grounding system. Here as per the figure shows, this is the multi-point grounding system. So here there are suppose ABC, all ABCD, all the equipments. Okay, they all the equipments are connected to the directly to the building steel. That means we have the transformer or any other big equipments, motor separately connected to the building steel means that it is a common reference point. Suppose this is connected to the ground roads. This is connected to the cold water pipe. B is connected to the cold water pipe. Okay, so this is the multi-point grounding means our grounding point is not same for all the equipment. And what is the single point grounding? So in single point grounding, just see the figure. These ABC equipments are connected to the signal ground bus, which is a common bus and which again further connected to the main building system, cold water ground road. So here there is no possibility of any leakage or any noise, which we have previous lecture we have discussed that noise. Okay, so signal ground bus. See, you can identify the difference between these two figures. These equipments are connected to this signal ground bus, then after it is connected to the main common grounding system. In that multi-point grounding system, each equipment directly connected to some ground roads or building steels or cold water pipe. So these are also ground method, but it is directly connected. There is no any common reference. Okay, so let's start with this. What they have written in this book. With multi-point grounding system, what every piece of equipment sharing a common space, or building is individually grounded. Okay, as we can see from the figure. Now, where the single point grounding, the each piece of equipment is connected to common bus or reference plane, which in turn is bonded to the building ground, which is again bonded to the building ground grid electrodes, as we can see from the figure. So, in multi-point grounding, is sufficient at power frequencies. Power frequencies, that means the normally 50 Hz or 60 Hz as per our country situation, as per our country. So for typical power system, various transformers, UPS, emergency services, okay, emergency generators located each area or floor of the building are grounded to the nearest building block. Okay, means in our building lots of equipments are installed, so they are normally grounded with the nearest building, nearest grounding which available to the nearest grounding material available to that equipment. Some part is connected to the grounding steel, is connected to the copper pipe, water pipe, then connected to the grounding electrode, such as building steel and cold water. So this method is convenient and economical, but it is neither effective nor recommended for the grounding sensitive devices and circuits, because there is a possibility of leakage. See, here is the multi-point grounding. Okay, so here there might be a possibility of change of potential difference between any of these two, so there might be a leakage or any noise. So the primary purpose of grounding of this sensitive equipment is the creation of the reference plane. So sensitive equipment is connected by only on the connected on the connected on the single point. Okay, single point grounding, not a multi-point grounding. So the conclusion is that if your equipment is sensitive, then you can just go for the single point, and if no any communication or any high frequency equipment, then and only the transformers UPS system is there, then just you can use the multi-point grounding. So it is just simple like that. Okay, so the SRG must be bonded to the building ground electrode. So over this topic, we can over this topic. Now next topic is ground loops. Okay, so in generally the ground loops means in there is a loops in between the two or three grounded systems. What it indicates that, just consider this figure. We have this two equipment connected to the ground, and there is a one common conductor, or you can say some signal reference between these two. So there might be a possibility that A point and B point has a potential difference. Okay, means there is a grounding some leakage, or there is a at point B some leakage. So what will happen? Current might flow from either A to B or B to C. Okay, like this or like this. Okay, as per the potential of that one. So why this is happening? Because there is a not a potential. Both devices should be at a common ground. So this is not happening. That's why the ground loop voltage is created, and that's why the ground loop current is flowing. Now we see in detail here. As per the figure, the ground plane is at different potential for two devices that share the ground circuit. Okay, means the ground circuit has a two different potentials. So from higher to lower the current will flow. We can call it as a circulation of current in the loop formed between the two devices, by which from which two circulating current will flow: the common ground wires and the signal ground conductors. Here the signal ground conductor, that means signal ground conductor here shows like this. This is the signal ground conductor, and this is the common ground wires. Okay, so common ground wires and signal ground conductors. Such an occurrence can result in a performance degradation and damage to the devices. In last lecture we have seen the noise. Okay, so that phenomena might happen in this case. So the ground loops are the result of the faulty improper facility, means proper connection is not there. There is might be a loose connection that cause the stray currents to flow. Another term, circulating current, is same as the stray currents flow to the ground path, creating a voltage difference between the 2 points in the ground system. Okay, the another possibility is also must be due to the high resistance or high impedance connection between a device and a ground plane. Again, to for a proper grounding system we must provide a low resistance path, so we need to take care of this resistance also, because the signal or common reference conductor is a low impedance connection. Okay, this common ground conductor is a low impedance connection. It takes only a low level ground loop potential to cause the significant current to flow in the loop. Okay, so by adhering to sound ground and bonding practices, the ground loop potential can be minimized. So this potential, to avoid any ground form any ground loops, the impedance should be as minimum as possible. Okay, so this is the main concept of this grounding loop. Hope you are getting this point. Okay. Thank you very much.